welcome to a new episode. The Pakistani courts just made a ruling that could transform women's rights across the entire nation. And it all comes down to a centuries-old ritual that's finally being challenged. Let me tell you why this matters.
That's fascinating. How exactly does this traditional practice affect inheritance rights?
Well, this Chatter and Parchi ritual has essentially been used to deny women their rightful inheritance. With Nalba Sharia, court has declared it not just illegal, but un-Islamic. They're even threatening legal action under Section 498 against anyone who continues the practice.
And this is happening alongside some pretty significant reforms in the judicial system, isn't it?
Exactly. They've just established this new anti-corruption hotline in the Supreme Court, and Chief Justice Yahya Afridi is really pushing for faster justice delivery. You know, it's interesting. While they're modernizing the system, they're dealing with some intense political situations.
So, like that dramatic statement from Justice Sardar Ijazik about gunpowder and the court's foundation that really shows tension they're facing. But
And speaking of tension, there's this whole situation with Hassan Noah's and unpaid taxes. We're talking about 94 lat pounds plus a 52 lat pound fine. That's Korbijimai.
well, that certainly puts things in perspective when we look at their economic initiatives, especially that World Bank loan targeting climate affected farmers.
Right. And this is what I find fascinating. They're getting over $1 billion specifically to help poor farmers deal with climate change impacts. It's part of this massive 10-year partnership program that could help around 1.8 million people.
And more than half of those beneficiaries are expected to be women, which kind of brings us full circle to those inheritance rights reforms.
You know, what else caught my attention? The way they're handling the Pak-Afghan border situation. After 25 days of closure, they're taking this really measured approach to reopening, starting with goods vehicles at specific times, then gradually allowing pedestrian traffic.
That's happening while they're dealing with some serious security challenges too, like those railway service suspensions after the Jafar Express attack.
Um, yeah. And the police reports about neutralizing 69 terrorists in just 2.5 months really show what they're up against. But here's what's interesting. While handling all these security issues, they're still pushing forward with development.
Like those 16 major projects they're planning with Chinese technological support in Karachi.
Exactly. They're not just focusing on infrastructure. Look at the Shajar Carry campaign. They're planning to plant over 4 million saplings across the country, really trying to engage young people in environmental protection.
So they're basically trying to modernize on multiple fronts, simultaneously judicial, economic, environmental.
And doing it while managing immediate challenges like sugar price controls. They've set these very specific caps ex MALP. Prices from 154 to 99 rupees. Retail prices not to exceed 164 rupees per kilogram. It's like watching economic theory meet reality in real time.
Well, that's quite the balancing act they're attempting.
You know, what makes all this so compelling? It shows how interconnected everything is. You can't just reform the courts without affecting the economy or address climate change without considering social impacts. It's all one big, complex system.
And these changes are happening against the backdrop of some pretty extreme weather conditions they're expecting, temperatures up to 45 degrees Celsius in some regions.
Looking ahead, I think we're going to see how all of these initiatives, from judicial reforms to environmental projects, start showing their long-term effects. It's really a fascinating moment of transformation for Pakistan.
That's really what makes the story so captivating, seeing how all these different pieces fit together and influence each other's sub.
Well, I think we've given everyone plenty to think about today. These developments really show how modernization isn't just about changing laws or building infrastructure, it's about transforming an entire society piece by piece.